up, YouTube? I'm your friendly neighborhood N-Man64, and I'm bringing you some more Kingdom Hearts as part of the Road to Kingdom Hearts 3 and Throwback Thursday. In the last episode, or series of episodes, or whatever the hell, we sealed the keyhole here in Hollow Bastion and competed in the Hades Cup, which we came out triumphant in. However, I attempted to do the time trial for the Hades Cup and proved that I'm actually not strong enough. Yes, even at level 69, Sora's strength is just not that strong right now. But we are going to hope to change that in this episode, as we're going to be doing some rare Heartless hunting and some secret bosses. Before, of course, we tackle the final world, and then the ultimate secret boss, and then ultimately Ansem himself. Now, I started here in Hollow Bastion because this is probably the easiest of the rare Heartless for us to fight. Mainly because the only real gimmick for it is just don't let it kill you. Oh, goodbye. That makes my job easier, thank you. You head right to the Grand Hall, though it does appear in the main entrance sometimes as well, so... The focus for this is just to try to get yourself as many... Oh, stop works on the wizards too? I did not know that. It did temporarily, at least. Alright, so... in case you recall, when we came here to seal the keyhole, we were up against something that hits pretty damn hard. And case in point, there it is. It's invisible. If we can beat it within enough time, there's a decent chance it'll drop one of the rare items that we need. And it did. Beautiful. Energy Stone. Fan-freaking-tastic. That was the first of the rare Heartless, but more can sometimes spawn, so I'm going to head up to where we had that fight with Riku to see if another one will spawn, because Lord knows we're definitely going to need these stones. Yeah, I can whip the Heartless like they're no tomorrow, like they're nothing, but apparently the normal, the bosses and stuff, we're just not ready for it. Yeah, I attempted it. I came within, like, okay, there you are. I came within, like, 90 seconds of being able to do it, so, like, I imagine if... I imagine if I buckled down and I kept my focus and shit like that, we'd probably be able to... Yep, there we go. Another one. Alright, so they hit hard. They're really hard to track. You can stop them to take a look at them with the stop spell, but they don't... It doesn't really affect them for too long, so you're going to want to... Oh, my God. Piece of shit! There he is, alright. Alright, so, none from him. There we go. And he fled off. Okay. We did get one, though, and that's what matters. Alright, so, let me prepare for some more upcoming rare Heartless that we'll be up against. Because, yes, we are going to be ping-ponging to the world so we can get all of the rare Heartless and all the items that they drop. Hi, buddy. Have a wonderful day. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. I'll mention it when we get to, I'll mention it when we get to Neverland. But, as you can see, I've upgraded the gummy ship. It's now fully shielded, fully loaded, extra cannons, all that crap. We're doing very good ourselves. But as you can see, Donald and Goofy also have some new equipment. You get Save the Queen from defeating the Hades Cup in as solo mission as just Sora. And it is Donald's best staff, even though we will be getting another staff from Merlin once we've mastered all the spells, which should be in this recording session. Beyond that, yeah, this is his best staff in terms of great physical power, great magic. Donald is basically peak Donald. If he is not good after that, that's his problem. Goofy got the rare drop of the Defender, which is a very rare shield dropped by the Heartless itself that raises your MP and is incredibly sturdy. I don't remember if Save the King is actually better or worse than this, but I guess we'll have to find out the hard way. Eventually. Now, the rare Heartless here in Neverland is tricky. It's not the rare truffles, in case you're wondering. In case you're sitting there going, are you really going to make us look at some rare truffles, N-Man? No, I'm not going to make you look at rare truffles. You can beat this thing easily enough. This motherfucker. But in order to actually kill it and win, you're going to need Eroga. And I don't mean arrow, I mean full-on Eroga. Because it will start launching the screwdrivers at you. And if it does that, you'll start losing money, they do a ton of damage, and it's just insanely hard to keep up with. But if you can beat it, you get a... Son of a bitch. Alright, we gotta start that one over again. Okay, so, do I have that encounter ability on? Yes, I do. Alright, so we'll try this again. We'll try this again. Alright, so grab that item. Probably use it. Nope. Let's try this again. Alright, rare truffles. It should be the next appearance. Nope. Alright, come on. Yeah, they really like these normal pirate Heartless here, so... Nope. Yeah, the problem with that one is, if you do not have Eroga, it will take money. Those screwdrivers will take money from you. And let's be real here, that's not fun. I'm going to try to make another one spawn. They're not incredibly rare encounters. In fact, they're pretty common encounters here on the deck of Captain Hook's ship, but... Whatever. Alright, so Vega. There we go. There should be one more raid, one more swarm. Here we go. Alright, let's try gravity. Did not work because of course it didn't. Whatever. We got the money, that's what matters. I mean, money doesn't really matter right now because there's really nothing we can't get from somewhere else. But I will try to make one spawn. Nope. Yeah, this one's already getting off to a poor start. I got one rare Heartless, and then the other one's just like, nah, I don't feel like showing up. Alright, yeah, it's not happening. Alright. We will come back to Neverland, and I'll have to do that one off-screen for you guys. Or just to get as many of them as possible off-screen. There is technically a rare Heartless in Atlantica, but you're better off doing it in Tarzan's world, oddly enough. So we're going to head to Tarzan's world to deal with that one. There are 2 rare Heartless in there. But for the time being, we're going to jump right to Halloween Town, and we will take on the rare Heartless there. The only downside of the rare Heartless here in Halloween Town is how far into the world you have to go in to get it. Because it appears in the same area where Oogie Boogie's manor was. Which, of course, is problematic. Now, for these missions, especially if you want to get the items that they're dropping, you definitely want to have as many people with Lucky Plus or Lucky Strike in your party as possible. Because otherwise, you'll pretty much just be SOL. So take the shortcut up to Curly Hill. And try to trigger this one without triggering more Heartless. So far, so good. Halloween Town's being nice to us, which is always very nice. Alright, so may as well get some more gems. I mean, I know that we have like 1,000,000 with these bright gems, but hey, you never know. We still need those crystals, the shiny crystals, the lucid crystals. We need those rare items. So, we are going to try to get as many of the items as possible. I might have to do some of that off screen, though. Which, again, like I said, is not too bad. I just feel bad that I wouldn't be able to show it off for you guys. Alright, so you head up into the Manor Ruins. You jump all the way down to where you fought Oogie Boogie's house. And first you're going to fight a wave of these guys, the White Knights. They're going to randomly spawn in. They're not really that big of an issue. They're not the problems here. The problems here is going to be the rare Heartless. There he is. This is the Chimera. One of the most unique rare Heartless in this game. In order to beat it, first you have to beat its guarded form, which is this form right here. And then, these little shiny balls, you have to knock into him in order to do damage to him. The more of them you hit into him, the more likely your odds of getting the rare item are. However, these balls are particularly difficult to hit into him consistently, especially once he starts moving around more wildly. Alright, so we got one last round in it. And we got him. And we got the item too, nice. Blazing Stone. So yes, that is how you get the elemental Blazing Stone. In case you've been wondering from all those synthesis things we've been going through. The problem with the rare Heartless in some of these worlds, though, is you have to keep re-entering and exiting rooms in order to get to them, so that might be considered a pain in the ass to you, but these guys. Alright, so we're gonna head back down here. And next up on our trek is Monstro. And barring any unforeseeable circumstances, this should be the last time we ever have to set foot in Monstro. Because there are no real Heartless or anything in Monstro that we desperately need, because, like we said, the ghosts would have been the only ones, and they're in Halloween Town, so... Also, we never need bright gems. That's the one I've been getting the most of out of all of these synthesis items that I've been getting. It's been almost entirely them. And of course, blaze gems when I'm in Agrabah, but that's besides the point. Alright, so the rare Heartless in Monstro is where you fought the Parasite Cage the second time. So you gotta climb all the way up here. And you're gonna wanna first go into the throat. Ooh, rare truffles. This is such a trolly room for them to spawn in. It's almost, I would say this is probably the most impossible room to do the rare truffle thing here. Because if they hit a ceiling, you're pretty much just done. But it doesn't mean that we don't have to fight anything, which I'm appreciative of. Now, this rare Heartless is unique when it spawns. It did not spawn. In fact, it spawned the wrong Heartless in here. What is this malarkey? You guys are in not in Agrabah. We're going to Agrabah next. Also, you don't want to step in that acid, obviously. It's poisonous. Still take damage from it, so it's like walking in lava. Just don't do it, guys. You're better off just not doing it. I don't know why they moved around some of those Heartless, but... Yeah, no, this is not how you get this Heartless to spawn. This one just randomly spawns in the room. So we're gonna hop out. And we're gonna try to jump back in. And aha! All you have to do is just give this thing an item. And there you go. The reason I gave it an item is simple. That ghost cannot be damaged by physical attacks. In order to defeat it, you have to give it an item. Potions, ethers, high potions, they do decent amount of damage, but if you want to take it out in one shot and get as many of those items as possible, you use the rarer item. Case in point, I used that Mega Elixir. Since we're going to be able to make Mega Elixir soon, it really doesn't matter. I think that's going to be one of the things we have. Unless we already have it, that should be one of the next things we unlock. Oh, and I got an HP buff. Cool, I guess. Alright. Those rare Heartless are probably the ones with the most interesting gimmicks, in my opinion. The remaining ones are kind of annoying. And that's why I started with Hollow Bastion and all the way down to here, because once you get to Agrabah, they start to become mildly annoying. The success rate with the pot scorpion in this world is very slim, because you never know which pot is gonna be the scorpion, and it's a matter of just dumb luck. Go away. Alright, so did not spawn yet. Pop back in, go away. Spawn yet? It did, okay. Now, you want to take out all of the pots as soon... Well, you don't want to take out all of the pots and then get him last, because then you were pretty much guaranteed to get the stone, which is one of the most important items here. Your success rate increases the more pots you destroy, so... I'm just really hoping we don't hit the wrong one. I would love to get one right now. And I get the... Ah, shit.
Come on.
Alright, so try to get it, beat it as quickly as possible. This one, it doesn't really matter if you use Aladdin, because Aladdin also has Lucky Strike as an ability. So... Alright, so let's let him spin around. Come on. You can either block, or if you're not good at that, you can also use Aroga, which automatically blocks it. Case in point. And we did not get a Mithril Stone. God damn it. Okay. I'm going to try one more time to get this one. So as long as both Donald and Goofy have Lucky Strike, though, we should be in decent shape. I think we were just having bad spawning luck in Neverland. Well, maybe it's just bad luck in general. I don't know. Alright, yeah. Try one or two more times. Nope. Alright, last try. Weird thing was, when I wasn't looking for them, I got these guys all the time. And now that I am looking for them, they're not showing up. That is just Endman luck, if there ever was Endman luck. Alright, yeah, we're done. I'll have to do this on my own, unfortunately. So this and the Neverland one, I'm going to have to do on my own. And probably the other ones, too. More extras of everything, because Lord knows we're going to need it. Alright. Off to Deep Jungle. By the way, there is no there is no rare Heartless in Neverland, in Olympus, in case you couldn't tell, because there's no regular encounters. The first rare Heartless is the one I've alluded to several times since we've been here. It's the one that appears in the area where met Clayton.
Come on! Take that!
Not a particularly difficult Heartless to deal with, but it's definitely one of the more annoying ones. And die, please. Thank you. Alright, so. Nope. Try this again. Okay, here it is. This is the Black Blade. First things first, you want to go into first-person POV here, and keep an eye on the Heartless that moves. Moved all the way to the right side, and I hit. There we go. I was locked in the magic. I don't know why. The more times you hit the Black Blade, the more likely he will drop your item that you need. I think it's this one. It was not. Second choice. Nope, I was not even close. Second choice would have been the one right next to it. All right, so let's see. Keep your eyes focused. I believe it's middle or end, and it was the end. Yep, damn it. All right. There we go. That one I saw, but obviously, as you would imagine, they get a lot harder. Goofy, I swear to God. I think here or the end. It was the end. Shit. Oh, no, it was not the end. Okay. Goofy, I swear to God, if you do this again. There we go. Gotcha that time. Alright, if we can get it one more time, we're pretty much guaranteed the lightning stone. And I think it was this one. It was not. It was this one then. Yep. Damn it. Oh well. Alright. I did my best. I can't believe it frickin' tried to get me to... Oh, thank you, Donald. I didn't want you to use the spell for that, but sure, why not? For this next one, however... I'm gonna need a little bit of extra help. So we're gonna put on Ragnarok, and we're gonna do combo pluses all the way to the max. If I can do that, I think we should be good. Because this is the Heartless that also appears in Atlantica, but again, you're not guaranteed to succeed with it. And the Tarzan world is where you have the better odds of getting that item you need.